Most people don't fail because they pick the wrong path. I believe that most people fail because they don't pick one and stick to it. So that's what today's about. So far, you've gotten clear on your direction and on why you want more freedom and autonomy in your life and possibly to leave your job. You've gotten clean financially, you've gotten clean habitually, and cleaned out all those bad habits. And then you got clean as far as your schedule goes. You cleared up some time to actually commit to your goals. Now it's time to get committed. See, this day and age, everybody believes that you need the perfect plan to start work on something. You need the perfect plan before you can actually execute on it. Well, what I found is that is actually a hindrance. You don't need the perfect plan. You just need to commit to a direction. People believe that they need clarity, but I have found that the clarity actually finds you in the doing, right? And so today, we have so many choices. We have so many clothing choices every time we step into our closet. We have so many choices every time we decide we're going to go out to eat. I mean, God forbid you're with me and my wife whenever we decide that we're going to go out to eat somewhere and we spend the next 30 minutes on Google Maps looking at reviews and seeing, hey, what are you in the mood for? There's just way too many choices out there today. Career choices and what you want to do when you work for yourself is like no other. And there's so many courses out there, real estate courses, content creation courses, everything under the sun that you think that are ways for you to make money. There's something out there spewing how to do that their course is the right way and have all of your dreams come true. What happens is we are paralyzed by information overload. We get decision fatigue, we're overstimulated, and then we're over comparing ourselves to everybody on social media, which we know is not true. What we know, what we see out there is not true. It's just not. I mean, go follow Baller Busters if you want to just see any of these guys out there flashing the Lambos and all that get destroyed. So what happens is we get paralysis by having too much information and too many options before us. That was something I was on like a therapy call at one point in time. And my problem was I told the guy, like, I want to be financially successful, right? I want to have a significant amount of financial success in my life. However, my problem is I see too many paths before me to accomplish that. There are a couple types of people out there. One, they see that there is so much opportunity out there in the world, there's just not enough time to accomplish it all. And other people see the world as like there is no opportunity and no time out here for me, and anything I do is going to take away from somebody else. And just because somebody else got this deal and got this done, that means I can't have that. If you're a person B and you don't believe that there's enough opportunity out for you, I need you to open your eyes. You got to realize that in this day and age, you are more equipped to live out your full potential and your dreams than at any point in time in history. I mean, if you're hearing this, that means you're doing okay for yourself. Recently, I've been listening to a book called The Short History of Rome, something like that. And there's a chapter on the building of the Colosseum. And they're talking about they used to select blind people to sign up for this job where they would run basically on this hamster wheel that operated the crane to lift the massive travertine blocks to put into place. Why did they pick blind people? Because every once in a while those ropes would break and the bricks would come smashing down and kill that person. Okay. That is a tough life to live. Even the guys, let alone not the ones running on the hamster wheel, but the ones operating the cranes, the ones up there in the rafters, the people who were in Roman times keeping the baths going and just keeping a fire going all day so these Roman senators and people could have hot baths. There's so many times in history that people have it so much worse off than us. If you're here, you're doing okay. And I need you to know that there's so much opportunity out there for you. And if you believe you don't have the ability, know that you can. Know that you can learn. Know that you can grow. Know that you can change. If you need more assistance on that, one book that really helped me was called The Growth Mindset. It's by Carol Dweck. Check it out and thank me later. Okay. The rest of this is for person A, one who thinks there's so much opportunity out there. I don't know how to constrain myself to just focus on one and commit to it. So let's talk about it. Again, I need you to know that you don't need clarity before you start. You just need to start. Don't wait for a calling. Just start creating contact. Go out there and brush up with the world. Brush shoulders with people. Just doing that, you're going to get clear on a path. Let me tell you how I got started in land investing and everything else to begin with. I had a failing supplement business and gym business that was putting me under. So I started wholesaling real estate on the side. I was literally knocking on doors for 2 hours after work every single day on people who were being foreclosed on, had their water utility bills shut off, etc., trying to just wholesale a deal. And I got tired of doing that without having a whole lot of success. I was going to these real estate meetups in the evenings just to get better at that craft. I ended up meeting a guy who said he was having some success doing direct to mail for wholesaling. And so I was like, man, I need to meet with this guy, because this knocking on doors and walking around for a few hours every day and on Saturdays and getting chased by people, not really all that fun. So I meet with him for tacos. He's like, yeah, I can tell you about this direct mail stuff, but honestly, this land thing is where I make most of my money. This is really what I'm focused on. I was like, okay, say more, tell me about that. So that has led to an 8-year-long friendship and mentorship with somebody that I really respect and trust. And all because I was out there in the world and I asked him out for tacos. Okay. Land investing, led to note investing, led to buying businesses, led me to leave my job, and led me to here today. Right. So you got to be out in the world, brushing up against it, and your path is going to find you. Keep the antenna up, and your path is going to find you. So how do we figure out where we need to direct our energy, though? So one, I want you to ask, well, what's my leverage? What are my skill sets? What's my network? And what knowledge do I have access to that others don't? If you can answer those 3 things, that's going to point you in a direction. Okay. And then we're going to figure out what our constraints are. How many hours a week can I dedicate to this? How much money can I put to risk without stressing me and the family out? Do I need more active income today, or can it be a little bit more passive? Should I be working towards more passive income? Bit of a myth on passive income, but we'll save that for another day. Do I need it fast, or am I okay waiting a little bit? Am I better at interacting with the world, more of like a salesperson, or do I need quiet/solo work? So that's kind of steps 1. Figure out what your leverage is, then inventory yourself. That's going to lead you to one of 3 buckets. The first bucket, we have skill-based things. So this is for our freelancers. This is for consulting. This is for coaching. This is for more, if you want to like sell for another company, if you can be a salesperson, for editing, ops, tech, anything like that. This is where you're leveraging your skill in order to make more money. So yes, this requires a high skill set, but it requires a little cash. If you have a lot of time on your hands and not as much cash, this is perfect for you. And if you're good with people, this is your alley. Number 2 is going to be deal-based. Think real estate, brokering, finding arbitrage in the market, whatever that asset may be. You could be sourcing things for others. So yes, wholesaling, mortgage notes, even businesses, or even like, say you're a recruiter. There's a ton of recruiters out there that have a great network of people. There's never been a greater need for good people to work for you. So if that's literally your skill set and your network is finding good people, start your own little recruiting business. For people like myself who are running and buying businesses, we continually need good people that we know, like, and trust to run our businesses. So that's something that you can get paid for, right? You can make fees off of. If you can find good real estate deals, people are always buying land. They're always buying homes. People are always buying investments like mortgage notes. You can make good fees off of that. You can broker those. You can broker businesses. Okay. So this is for people who have a little bit of skill, but their main leverage is more people based. Their cash maybe is okay, but you're not really leveraging putting your cash into these deals. You maybe have a decent bit of time and you're okay with a little bit of uncertainty because none of this is guaranteed. A lot of this is like commission only stuff. Bucket number 3 are asset based acquisitions. So this is when you're relying on your income to replace your income. So this could be buying the assets yourself, like a business, or real estate, or mortgage notes, any of the above. This is somebody who has a little bit of time to actually dedicate to this, but they have a lot more assets, a lot more cash, and you want more leverage at the end of the day. So those are our 3 buckets. So again, how do we choose something here? You're going to look at your leverage, which is your network, your skill set, and then what knowledge do you have that others don't? and want access to. Then you're going to make the next choice based off those constraints you have, how many hours you have, what's how many hours a week you have, how much cash you have, are you a people person, etc. Lastly, we're going to look at your calling, what I'm going to call your inner preference, at least, what you have an affinity for. I don't believe in the whole follow your passion thing. I think that's killed a lot of passions and made a lot of terrible businesses, probably. Instead, I want you to figure out what you're okay doing, you're okay logging on and doing on your average Tuesday afternoon. That's literally all you need to stomach. What can you do on your average Tuesday afternoon and make that your thing? Commit to it. Now, the commit part, nothing has to be forever. Again, there are multiple phases to things. There's multiple stages to everything. So don't think of it as a forever thing. Like if I go this path, this is what I have to commit to. Commit for 30 days. Commit for 5 to 10 hours a week. If you do that for 30 days, let's audit again. Is this something I can see myself doing? Is this something I can see myself doing on a Tuesday afternoon? Is this something that can make me money? And I'm enjoying it well enough. Am I getting some traction here? Then keep going. If not, we can look at something else. Again, there is so much opportunity out there that you don't have to pigeonhole yourself into anything. Honestly, it's kind of like me and this whole content thing. I mean, right now I'm making stuff about business and getting more freedom and autonomy in your life and side hustles and things of that nature, things that I enjoy talking about. However, the other day, I made a post, the first in a series I'm thinking about how I'm trying to dress better. It was me getting dressed. That got so much more engagement than any of this other stuff I've talked about. So, again, am I super committed to this path? Yeah, I mean, I think so. I'm going to continue down it. I'm going to try this other thing out too. If that really takes off, who knows? Maybe in a few months, I'm just going to be a fashion blogger. So that's it for this step. You've gotten clear. You've gotten clean. Now we're getting committed. And again, you don't need a clear and perfect plan to get started. It's going to find you in the doing. So just get to doing.